They are from the house that social media built. We haven't seen you guys in a little bit. How have you been?
We've been around, traveling.
Yeah, we've been great. We've been great. Obviously, we didn't screw up too much the first time, so we're back. But
Yeah. You asked us back again.
It's a pleasure to have you.
It's an amazing feat. Not everybody does that.
No, not many. But
You've been traveling a bit.
We did. We were in Texas for our St. Jude Dream Home Showplace.
Yeah.
We needed to go in and check in on the house, see how it was going.
We had some fun videos. Came out yesterday, actually.
Yeah, it was good. So it's built. Our next ship will be in April when it's done.
Oh my gosh.
And that's when we put it on the market and hopefully sell it for top dollar, so all the money can go to charity. Yeah,
it's amazing.
They build houses really fast in Texas.
I watched the video and I'm like, holy cow, this is so fast.
It's, I mean, even
they
just
have double
going
crews
there,
on the whole thing.
Well, that's what's so incredible is the amount of people that, I mean, you're not just talking about like one sheetrocking crew, you're talking about like 5 that want to help. So things that usually take like a week are taking days.
Yeah.
So that's been really
what a treat
involved,
to just see something, you know, come together so quickly.
Absolutely.
Yep.
That's so exciting. For folks that might not be familiar with the house that social media built, do you want to just quickly kind of summarize what you guys are all about? What this entails?
Mike does the shtick.
So we flip houses, and it takes about 12 weeks to vote on our houses. So we give 12 votes throughout the build of the process. And you can pick anything from granite countertops and paint colors and flooring. And every week we put out 3 votes, and whatever vote wins gets put in the house.
So who's voting though? You're not explaining it very
We have
well.
followers on Facebook.
Yeah, all of our followers get to flip the house. So when we give out the options, whatever everyone votes on, that's what gets put in the house.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool because, you know, if you're thinking about maybe renovating parts of your home, you can see, you know, what people like, what people don't like, and for you guys, it's instant feedback, and
we get a ton of interaction.
Tons of interaction, and obviously because we're putting it on the market, whatever you know has the most votes means that a majority of the people will like it. So it sort of takes like the guesswork out of will this house sell when we're done, or like what's trending.
Yeah, we definitely test the trends, and some of them don't work. Where we think the trend's heading.
Yeah.
It's funny because we had tried a trend in one of our houses maybe 3 houses ago, and that's now here. Everybody wants it. But when we tried it, nobody wanted it.
We're getting there.
It's fascinating stuff. So you guys, you know, speaking of trends, you see a lot of them. Some things come and go. Others have a bit more longevity, right?
Yes.
And today we're going to talk a little bit about the kitchen.
Yes.
Sure. Let's do it.
Super important part of the house.
The heart of
if
the
not
home.
the most, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So you guys brought some ideas along.
We did.
Well, at least some homes that our followers have voted on. We do obviously include the kitchen in every house.
Sure.
So it depends. Sometimes it's a faucet, sometimes it's a cabinet color, sometimes it's an island color, sometimes it's the countertops, just to get, again, an idea of what people are liking, what they're choosing, what they prefer to have.
We get a ton of reaction out of the kitchen.
We do always get a tons of reaction out of the kitchen. And everybody obviously loves the kitchen. I mean, it really is the most important part of the home. And it's a great way for us, too, to highlight the kitchen, too, for people to see the space that we're creating, to show sort of it's sort of multi-purpose when you put out votes because you can show rooms and then also like show the things that are going into them. So.
Yeah, no, the kitchen, I think, and we've talked about this in previous episodes, can really add so much value to a home if you're looking to sell it, if you invest in that particular area.
Yeah.
So let's pull up some of the images. Let's start with this one. What do we got going on here?
So this is our most recent house social media built that we actually built with you with Fox 61.
It's gorgeous.
And this actually, the vote on this one was the island, and they chose navy for the color, which again, that's a huge trend right now. I think you'll see more and more navy cabinets, maybe even just as base colors, not just islands.
You're starting to see a lot of mixing of colors in kitchens
you're
with the islands,
right.
and
Yes.
everyone's putting in islands too.
So this was a fun one.
This particular island has, so technology is playing a big part in the kitchens these days.
Yeah.
That one, that's a new, it's a slide drawer that opens and it can convert from either a refrigerator or
a freezer.
Oh,
So it's a cooling
that's
drawer.
what that is.
Fisher and Paykel have this incredible cooling drawer. Again, it can be sort of like a glorified like bread drawer where it's just like neutral, or you can put like if you're having a party and you want to put ice, it could become like a big ice bucket or something. Yeah, it's super cool.
Love that. I would love that in my kitchen.
And of course, islands. Everybody loves islands. So whenever we can put an island in, I mean, obviously it allows for more sitting space, but also a lot more room for like pots and pans.
Absolutely.
And so whenever we can put in an island, if a space allows for it, we 100% always go for an island.
It really changes the look and the feel of the kitchen.
Oh, for sure.
So really the contrast of the darker, bolder color.
100%. I mean, at first we were actually having people vote on cabinet colors, and every time white was winning.
White,
so we know that white is still the most popular cabinet color. So we always sort of keep, at this point, we've always kept our majority of our cabinets the white. It's always going to be that island or something that we're going to probably continue to have people vote on, because people do like the contrasting colors for sure.
Let's see what else we have. This is good. I'm learning a lot. Ooh.
This is the Clam Digger in Guilford, and this house was all choppy on the first floor, and that first floor, it's one of the only houses we've ever done it with the entire first floor is blown wide open. So that kitchen played a really important role as soon as you walk in the front door.
And this was also one of the homes that we did not offer a white cabinet vote. So we forced our followers to pick a color that they wanted the cabinets to be. And in this situation, it's called Harbor Gray. It's sort of, and you can see in the picture, it's a little bit of a green. In person, it was a little bit more of a gray.
Yeah.
This was a fun kitchen to do too, because we kept, I mean, you can see there's not very many uppers.
Right.
We did actually, around the corner, we did build a big, beautiful pantry. So that people didn't feel like they lost any cabinets.
It looked small, but there was a lot of cabinets.
Yeah, again, this was very much a part of the living space. So we didn't want to make it too heavy with upper cabinets or, hoods on the island or anything like that.
I'm not sure if you can pick it up in this photo here, but in that whole backsplash from the top of the countertop to the ceiling is all tile.
It's a white hex. It's like a white hex tile. That really added to it. That was an afterthought on our end. It just was a little too boring. But in this house too, we put the sink in the island. Again, because it was a big open concept, we knew that if you were doing dishes, you wanted to be able to see the dining room, you wanted to see the living room. So that was really important for us to flop it instead of it being in front of a window, which you traditionally see.
Right.
We wanted to put it in the island there so that if you were, again, sort of hosting, you were very much a part of your party.
That. It doesn't look like a huge space for a kitchen, but you really kind of made the most of it by opening
and that
it
house
up
was really only 1,700 square feet. So you're talking about that main floor really only being like 600 or 700 square feet. So it just, it optimized the space.
Yeah, absolutely.
We thought, at least. So,
all right, keep them coming.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
What do we got here? Oh, wow.
This is the Madhouse in Madison, Connecticut. This is maybe our third or fourth house. Again, in this one here, we blew open the whole floor plan, but it's not the entire first floor.
This was a traditional colonial, 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath colonial. Obviously, I'm sure many of our followers have been in those where there's walls. In this situation, though, the dining room space that was in this home was very small, and so was the kitchen. So for us to make the kitchen larger, we opted to actually build a banquette on the back of the island so that we could actually still have enough dining room space, but still have a really large kitchen.
Right.
So this one, we had a builder come in and build a custom banquette attached to the island. We actually had somebody, Rustic Riverworks came in and built that custom table for us to put in there too. So we left that with the house because she built it to the dimensions. Which again was super important because we wanted to maximize the space. So that was, I mean, that was
You'll see in
fun.
all of our kitchens, we really try to have fun with little things like the faucet, the kitchen sink faucet. The lighting in that was a fun.
That was beautiful,
light
the
pick in
texture.
there.
And those countertops, they voted on the island, and it was this beautiful quartz. It had like incredible, like big veining in it. That was a winner. That was a fun kitchen.
That was a fun kitchen. There may be another photo coming up. I'm not sure if you guys have it still, but we did a double side-by-side refrigerator freezer. So a
full
size. So it was a 5-foot span.
Yeah.
And it was a real wow factor when people walked in. It was like, oh my God, look at that. It's so cool.
Well, and again, it was like a $500,000 home, and that just that helped sort of make it even seem like it was like $1 million home.
Right.
And it really didn't take much to sort of take it to that next level instead of just doing like a French door.
Right.
So for like a couple, I don't really.
Yeah, it's interesting in kitchens for people that are watching this. You don't have to spend a ton of money on appliances. The lower end appliance companies, I shouldn't say lower end, but the ones that everybody knows, they also make packages that you can, for a little bit of an upgrade, you can get a pretty spectacular looking kitchen.
Right. without
Or
blowing your budget.
you always also prefer the slide-in ovens
Right.
as opposed to the ones that have the backs, because it just gives the appearance of it being a little bit more custom and higher end
more
than having
high-end.
that back end
Yeah.
on a stove.
There
so
you go. Some little
There's
tips to
just
pick
little,
up.
yeah. I mean that's his
That's my
MO.
little thing.
You're right, though. It
Yeah.
makes a big difference. That little top that they have, above
Yep.
those.
For sure.
Let's see what do we got? Is this what you're
that's
talking
it.
about?
Oh, there it is.
you go. Yeah.
Look at that.
Wow.
That was perfect timing.
That's
yeah, and
the
we also
5-foot
did that
fridge.
quartz. We also did the quartz slab.
I see the
behind the
vein now in
hood
it.
too.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
We
Again,
wanted to
just-
bring light in, so we added those 2 windows on either side of the stove, but you can't have, because it's that close to a flame, you cannot have those openings, so those are stationary windows
Yeah.
just for light.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. That's gorgeous.
It was a beautiful, space. And you can even see sort of around the corner there too. Again, a pantry. Again, in a lot of these homes, we try really hard to have a pantry because I love pantries and I love like laundry rooms and mud rooms. Just 'cause,
Sure.
again, I've got so many children.
We build
and
these houses
shoes.
for
Of course.
Nicole.
I
We
mean,
do,
this,
we
it has
do.
to look good, but it has to be practical and functional.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
So,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
but that
no,
was
I love
that was a fun house.
That was fun. Those
That was
lights were awesome. I love
that
fun.
was maybe one of my favorite kitchens ever. And that was really the first time that we even introduced that brushed brass too. We
Yes,
sort of went
the
that
faucet
gold
was
route.
incredible.
Yeah. So
Let's pull that one up. That's it's a little bit of a different look.
yes, that's the
More.
homestead house.
This was in Old Saybrook.
This was in Old Saybrook. Yeah, this one we started to sort of knock on like wood elements doors.
Yeah.
We wanted to bring in a little bit more life instead of it always just being, tile and counter. So we had these shelves actually custom made for us to go in that space.
That little door that you see there on the
Yeah,
right,
what is that? What
was
does that lead
made
to?
from just scrap wood that was at the property. Try and recycle it if you
Wow.
can.
And what's funny is the kitchen actually ended sort of where those shelves ended, and those 2 doors used to be a closet. So it used to go all the way down, but I really wanted there to be like a large sort of wraparound island. So the only way to really maximize that space was to almost make like so we actually put plugs in there. We put USB plugs, so if you want to like charge your phone, it was like off the
kidding.
counter. We were able to hide those, or if someone wants to put like a KitchenAid, again, it's not
Yeah.
on your counter. You can sort of hide it behind the doors. So
This, you can't tell from this picture, but this kitchen had a massive seating area
Yeah.
at the peninsula, and was the first time we've ever used soapstone
Soapstone,
countertops.
yes.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, they're so cool. Really soft, so you have to be
So
careful.
I wouldn't
super
have thought of that.
soft. Oh, I
Really?
don't know
Yeah.
that we would ever do soapstone again.
After the
in a
party,
kitchen.
Nicole's like, "Oh my God, look what
It
happened!"
was very soft. I mean, I think we had to refinish them before we sold them again, just because they were so soft. So I would probably stick to a soapstone, maybe more in like a bathroom,
Right.
Or
It's a
Like
look that
forgiving.
you have to really love that look, because they're just going to look scratched and
Yes.
worn.
You
And
have to take care of
Yes.
it.
you have to oil them.
yes, that's a lot. That's a lot. That was a lot of maintenance. That
Okay.
one.
So high maintenance.
That one was a little bit more.
Maybe
high
not for
maintenance.
everyone,
Not
but
for
it looks
No,
beautiful.
we learned our lesson, but again, they voted on it.
They look
Our-
beautiful
our
because there's a ton of
followers-
veining in there.
Yeah, it was.
That's
pretty.
how it works, right?
Absolutely.
You vote,
Yeah.
and if the vote
Yeah.
wins, then oh wow.
So this
Love
was
this.
was our second house. This was in Brantford. This was called the Brantford House. Again, I mean, it was like just a super traditional kind of like bungalow
Yeah, this
style.
was a small house.
This was really sort of when we got started. We didn't take too many risks with this house because we were honestly scared.
yeah. That's
again-
a slide-in range that Nicole was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
It's
See,
typical
yes.
look,
Yes.
Yeah?
And
Well,
those were really just particular, the like granite. I think we just did granite countertops on those. Really sort of actually inexpensive, but they were a beautiful white. I think they were called super. Was that super white?
I don't remember. It's interesting though, looking at that countertop. It's funny. That's 2 years ago. How trends are already changing. Like we
know,
wouldn't use
isn't
that
it
countertop anymore.
No, we probably wouldn't. I would probably, in all honesty, hone it. I'm a big honer now. Like
been
I like to
honing a lot.
hone my countertops because it makes it look a little bit more like a soapstone or more like a natural. Well, not that granite's not natural, but a little bit more like
And,
durable and not
honing
so
and they're
shiny.
leathering too.
Yeah.
So
right,
leather's
right.
a
A little
unique
more
look.
matte.
Yeah.
Okay. Those are great. Just really quickly, I want to ask what you guys are seeing as far as countertops go. Are people doing more of like the quartz now, marble? Are they shifting away from the granite like you just mentioned?
It's super interesting because I'm shifting away from the granite, although I just put granite in my house, but like again, black honed, just because
Yes.
it's, I mean, if you're just looking for something inexpensive, but like neutral, and you know that you don't ever want to do it again, like that's sort of the way that I push, like if people are selling their homes, like just do like a nice black hone it, because it's, you know, sort of
She did a pantry. It looks
timeless.
really
Yeah.
simple, like really sleek. It's cool.
But in there, I picked marble. Like I think people are still doing marble. I think that again, it's a little bit more porous. But I
Right.
think that if you take care of it and you maintain it, I mean, again, marble just gives.
We're still using a lot of marble. Didn't we just put it in a house in Guilford?
Yeah, the house that we're building right now,
Yeah,
we
I think
put
it's in
marble on the island.
On the island.
Yes.
So we're using that a lot. And but the trend right now is quartz.
Quartz.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
super durable.
There
yeah.
you go. You heard it right there.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to wrap it up.
Awesome.
Good. Well, thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for coming by. We still have a lot more ideas and concepts to get through, so I
Yeah.
know you guys will be back soon.
We will,
Absolutely. A
yeah.
few weeks.
Thank you so much for stopping
Thank you.
by. It
That was
great
fun.
to see you,
Thank
and thank
you.
you guys for watching. We'll see you next time
Yeah.
on the Social Check-In. Take care.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
everybody.